That book is fantastic. This is part of the girls' homeschooling curriculum. I could not wait for them to finish all the lessons to actually be able to finish the book, so I finished it myself. Shh, we're not gonna tell them, right? But it is so good, so well written, and a very nice little story of a little boy, 10-year-old, that was found when he was little in the middle of the Andes, high up, and lived in a mountain house with his grandfather, what he calls grandfather, without knowing that whether he actually is his grandfather. And that's the whole story. He discovers he's an orphan and decides to go after the truth and discover who his parents were and whether he has a family. And I couldn't wait. I wanted to know if he was going to find his parents. So this is an actually extremely good book. But let me cover some more of this curriculum. So this is part of the Good and the Beautiful literature art curriculum. So let me share with you the whole thing and how it is organized and what a lesson looks like on a day-to-day basis. But hello everyone, I'm Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas. Welcome to my channel, and if you are new, make sure to check out my other homeschooling videos and subscribe to the channel as I keep sharing my experience, because this is really a learning experience for me. But that's not all you're gonna find on my channel. You're gonna find some homesteading, cooking, some travel, a bit of news. It varies pretty much what we do here, me and the girls. So let's get started here with the Good and the Beautiful 5th grade curriculum. So the Good and the Beautiful Language, Arts and Literature Level 5. So this is the main course book, and I will open it and show you the lessons in detail with you in a moment, but that is really the main substance. And if you have multiple kids like I do, you are going to need one for each kid. So that one you're gonna have to buy. In addition, you have the reading books. So they came in a book set here, which obviously you don't need to buy for each kid. So one for the family is enough. And you have 5 neatly organized here. So I showed you the first one, Chico of the Andes, right there. You have another one, The Clockmaker's Son. You have this one that is called Captured Words, and Marjorie right there. So 4 books. We are reading them following the curriculum in order. And I know it uses, because I started going through the course book, it uses as well some audiobooks. So it's not just these books to go through that curriculum here. But that's not all of it. In addition, it comes with some cards. So I started organizing the cards here, little Ziploc bags on what is still learning and the ones that are mastered here. So this heavy pack of mastered is all geography, as you can see here. That is geography cards, so learning the oceans, the European countries and the US states at this point. I have not processed these cards yet. I have to break which are going to be the continents and some of the countries as well in all the continents. So here, if you see, you got to guess A, B, C, D, and you got the answer in the back. So we're going to go through most of the countries in the world actually in that class. It's pretty neatly done, but we're progressing really good in geography. They're good there. Where we need a bit more work is in that one, which is called Not Learned, and that's all the grammar. And on that one, we have quite a bit to go through with the cards. If I give you example of a card here, so that one is on a comma splice, and you got all the answers here. We have some that we are actually in the process of learning, like this one. So what is a noun? What is a verb? These ones we are doing right now. So what is a pronoun? Give 6 examples. And in the back, you can see the examples of a pronoun. So it's going well. We are going each lesson or every other lesson, you take a set of maybe 5 grammar, 5 geography cards, and you go through until it's mastered. And then I change my Ziploc bag here and I take new cards. But that's pretty much how we do it here and get organized. And the last thing that comes with the curriculum here, when you take the full curriculum included, is the watercolor around the world, because there is an art component to it. So it comes with an instruction book that explains to you watercoloring, how to mix color, build color, wet on wet, and tells you how to step by step do your coloring. And for that one, it comes with a coloring template sheet here, and that one obviously you're gonna need one per kid. So here is the first one, which is the bear, but you have various that are pretty neat. I mean, look at this in the middle here. So that one is going to be the bird, but very nice, solid, good quality paper. So pretty much if you have, like me, 2 kids, you only need one full set, and then you need to get a second one of these and a second one of these, and that is it. And that is it. It's still a budget. I don't remember how much it is, the whole set. It's probably around $70-80 for the whole thing, and this book here is probably about 30, so 30-35 maybe. Check it out, The Good and the Beautiful. They do run a few discounts at times, but it's never that much because it's pretty reasonably priced for what you get. But let's dive into this one and look at the lessons, because I really love it. It mixes language, grammar, and geography all together. It's a very neat way of learning. So this is the level 5 course book for language, arts, and literature from The Good and the Beautiful. So it comes with introduction. It explains to you, level 5 at a glance, what you want to achieve. You can see all what it covers here: geography and art, grammar, punctuation, and usage. On that side here, you've got reading, literature, writing, and I think we are missing spelling here. Yes, spelling right there. So that's pretty much what we're going to cover here in this course book. It's divided into 4 units. So this is unit 1, what we will learn. As you can see, the homophones, all the different things we have to master by the end of unit 1. This is the reference page that we go back to every other lesson for them to remember the capital, the states. We have to also memorize this little poem here, as well as work on these 2 commonly confused words. So this is all unit 1, and I think you have about 20 lessons in unit 1. So I'm going to go through a lesson here with you just to show you. But yes, Ecuador, South America, because this is where the story Chico of the Andes takes place. Chico is in Ecuador. But at the end, we go and discover all of South America here in this book. Mixing, as you can see here, some painting as well for them to comment. But let me go here where we are right now. So we just did this today. So we worked on the Galapagos Island and we did a writing workshop, which is only part of the lesson. So this was lesson 14 that I divided into two days. Here was some dictation of the sentences where we work on isle and island, for instance. Some new words coming from the story. We worked on some homophones, to, isle, abstract and concrete nouns. Here we worked on the independent clauses and sentencing diagram to really understand the difference between an adjective and an adverb. Always they encourage you to read a bit more than just the reading of the day. And on that one, to finish the lesson, we had the writing workshop, which I did separately here. And the way it's said, so here are all the instructions. It takes us a while just to go through the instructions and then the facts. So all these are facts about the Galapagos Island. 97% is a national park, few inhabitants, 13 active volcanoes, unique plant life, wildlife, and so on. So we go through all these facts, and then the girls have to write their own paragraphs, little explanation about the Galapagos Islands based on these facts right here. So it explains them how to structure with an introduction, then go to the facts, then you have to conclude. So it really helps them structure their writing. But it takes a bit of a while here. At present, it's a very good learning exercise, and you have some pictures to help them get going and better understand what the Galapagos Islands are. So that was one lesson. The next one we just started is about the Iguazu Falls. On this one, we start with a reading exercise. So each kid has to read this here about the Iguazu Falls. So we learn geography and nature at the same time as practicing reading, which I really like. All this comes with beautiful pictures of these amazing falls that separate Brazil and Argentina. We do have to work on our geography and grammar card, 3 to 5 minutes. We also worked on the poetry memorization. Then we go into an editing exercise. So this is a small paragraph about the Iguazu Falls where we have to find the mistakes, the missing commas, periods, the words that are not capitalized, and the editing where we've got too much space between words. This one was a rather quick lesson for us. We did it in a day. Then here you work on the homophones, add, the spelling workshop about the contractions, and the suffix in C. And the last part, which we still have to do this afternoon, is the assigned reading. So it's one chapter of Chico of the Andes, and then some more practice. They have to come up with 2 discussion questions about the chapter, and something that cannot be answered with just a yes or a no. So this is a typical example of a lesson. And if we advance a bit through the book here, maybe to show you more advanced, maybe toward the end of this book here. So let's take 72 here, for instance. Always beautiful color pictures of nature here. So we are reading about the forest. We still have to practice some challenging words. We are reading about the forest. So I'm guessing this is linked to a book we have not started yet. So we are working here on capitalization and titles, more homophones, week, die, assigned reading. Okay, so this is the Clocksmaker's Son, okay, with an exercise following the reading. Few questions to check the understanding of the child. And then we are going into spelling workshop with the commonly confused words. Some words in EI. When to change the Y to an I. Challenging spelling words. We have quite a few going through that book. And that is it. That was actually lesson 72, and then we're going into 73 and it starts again. So that's really it here for this very well made book that really blends geography, nature, arts with some more, I would say, core curriculum, grammar, spelling, reading exercises here. Very nicely done, and we really enjoy it. So what's really nice as well with this book is you don't have to buy it right away. It is available online. You can download it, at least some chapters you can print and try it out at home. So myself, I looked it up, opened it, look at the first lessons, and I really liked it. So I actually went ahead and purchased the whole curriculum and the second book for my second girl, and it is working honestly really well so far. I've seen progress in the way they read. They're reading better, and they're actually liking the story, Chico. They love it. So they want to know, not as much as me who wanted to go up to the end of the book, but they're actually liking it. I see also progress in the way they write, because this writing exercise is a bit painful at present. We have not done it before, that they have to sit and put their thoughts on paper using their own words. So initially they were copying the sentences. Now they're trying to change, put actually some humor sometimes. So the one on the Galapagos Island was actually fun. Some of the comments they put in their little, they take the sentence, move them around and put some of their personal comments in between. But that's working. I mean, it is progressing, and I really see the progress, and it's been a month. So very happy here. Spelling is still a bit of a challenge, at least for one out of the two. So we are continuing working, but I see progress already in one of them. So it is working. So I hope you found this useful. I welcome your feedback as well if this is a method you are using, or if you're using something else that worked for your kids, let me know as well. So far we're liking it, but we never know. So if you enjoyed, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you all for watching. Right, let's look at the pictures here for the images from the Galapagos Island. What do you see here, Angie?
What's your tortoise?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty big one. The Galapagos Islands are pretty famous for their big turtles. What's that here?
I have no idea.
Looks like a penguin, some kind of penguin, no?
Look at that.
Yeah. And these here, what do you think these are?
Iguana.
Iguanas? It's kind of like from the dinosaur age, no? The way they look. Pretty beautiful. Look at all this volcanic landscape here. Beautiful Galapagos Islands. I would love to go. Would you like to visit?
No, I'd rather stick to France.
Or you'd rather stick to France? Why?
Because to see my grandma.
Oh, to see the grandparents. That's a good reason. But this here is like going to the zoo. Come on.
No, what is that? You don't see sea lions, you don't see tigers.
I don't know. Oh yeah, there probably will not be tigers. But here, look at that. We could be on a boat like that, exploring the island. That's pretty cool, no? Anyway, good writing workshop here. That was pretty cool and interesting. All done for the day.